JK Games, the gaming podcast where we try to bring you the gaming news we care about.
And maybe some that we don't.
And whether it's your first time streaming or your last time streaming, maybe, this could be it for me, Kayla. Because I have officially broken up with OBS and I have derailed our entire introduction. So,
sometimes you gotta do it.
We did it. Welcome to JK Games. Woo!
Woo! Episode
We're a
103. 103.
Episode 103. And we decided, hey, let's go live with this episode. We were supposed to start like 38 minutes ago. But lovely systems here that we're trying to use for streaming and just hate us. They hate us right now.
Shh, they can hear you.
They can. I know, like, bring it on, computer. At this point, I'm like, bring it on. Regardless, we are finally here. We are recording locally and we're streaming, so we can maybe share this to YouTube if you tried to tune in earlier. Hey, we're gonna record this so that you can watch it anytime.
Yep,
so.
We're here now. So today we are going to talk about some fun stuff, and we're going to discuss.
When do we not talk about fun stuff?
We're going to talk about extra fun stuff, Jerica. I don't even know. I'm still contemplating my answer to one of our biggest questions this year. What is it? What's our game of the year?
Oh man, I need a list.
Yeah,
I played so much stuff this year.
You really
almost forgot. Like some games, you would think, oh yeah, I played that last year, but no, it was definitely this year. And I'm like, whoa, was that really this year?
Yeah,
weird.
It's been a weirdly long / short year. I guess that's because it's still pandemic mode, sorta. So yeah, we're gonna discuss all that today. My name is Kayla. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to our podcast.
And I'm Jerica. Oh, what is it? / what?
/ live stream if you're a live streamer.
Oh, yes. / live stream. Yeah, I'm Jerica. I'm the other host that attempts to make conversation on the show. But I'm not trying to make computers work.
Yeah, Jerica, honestly, I am so thankful to have Jerica and her knowledge that she has.
I don't know enough. As it seems, I don't know enough, so.
Hi, Hot Wing Queen. Thanks for sticking through. I know you messaged me and you're like, where are you guys?
We're just lost in the Matrix.
Yep, we're just running. We're going, but we're here. So yeah, definitely stick around, and hopefully we'll have this up on YouTube. Who knows? But we're the step in the right direction here, okay? So if this is your first time, welcome. We're so glad to have you. If you're listening to our podcasting platform as you usually do, we are actually live on Twitch right now, as you probably gathered from our banter in the beginning. But we try to do this every once in a while. Hopefully, fingers crossed, one day we'll get it to where everything works correctly the first time. But Jerica is pushing through. But yeah, we're really excited for today. We're going to talk Game Awards. We're going to talk our predictions. What's going to go on? Who knows? Jeff Keighley's a strange man.
He is. He likes to say, oh, we're going to have tons of new things. And sometimes he pulls through and has some really cool stuff. But sometimes, he's a hype man. So he'll get you hyped for anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
We'll talk about it. So let's go ahead and get on with our loadout, Jerica. I think it's time. Let's go. Let's suit up. Doop doop.
Okay.
Doop doop. And
put in my
so
seatbelt.
Our loadout is really where we just talk about what the episode's going to look like. So we have 3 parts of our episodes. We got our easy mode. We're talking about what we've been playing lately. We discussed that. I'm like this close to being done with the game that I really want to talk about. I might talk.
Oh, what?
I might talk some spoilers, but of course I'll give warnings before when I talk about this game. And I can't wait to hear about what Jerica's been playing lately. And then we'll move into our normal mode, our news, where we talk about news from the past 2 weeks, which we have moved to bi-weekly. Just during the holiday time, it's easier for us to give you guys content every other week. So we're going to talk about the past technically 2 weeks if there's been any news, which not too much, but some things definitely we want to touch on, right, Jerica?
Sure. Yes.
And then of course we have our expert mode, which is where we're going to talk about Game Awards and Game Awards predictions. So if you want to go ahead and follow us on Instagram and Twitter, that's where we will ask you guys questions. We have a lot of responses from you guys today to talk about, which is exciting. And some responses from friends of the show that have been on previously. that we're going to discuss. And that is at JK Games Podcast on Instagram and Twitter if you want to follow us there. And then our Twitch, if you're not currently watching us on Twitch, it's at JK Games Cast. And if you follow us on there, you'll get notified when we go live. And then our YouTube is just JK Games. If you search it, it'll pop up. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, funny jokes, email us at jkgamespodcast@gmail.com. And let's get started, Jerica. What you been playing this past 2 weeks?
I've been busy, so I haven't. It really stinks because this time of the year, like, there's a lot of games coming out, but unfortunately, like, there's just a lot going on. Like, around the holidays, there's Halloween. Kids are knocking on the doors every day saying, "Hey, give me candy." I mean, it's not every day, you know what I mean? But a lot of festive things happening. On top of that, I just sold a house. I had some rental property that I've been working. A lot of my time's been taken up with that. It's not a video game, but I definitely play the video game versus doing it in real life. So being a landlord is not fun. But besides that, in my spare time, I'm really just trying to play as much Destiny as I can. I'm pretty caught up with Destiny as far as like leveling my character. But there are still some potential upgrades that I can get before, because they wrapped up with the Halloween event that they had going on, so I was playing that a lot, just trying to get the Destiny candies in the game. But they are this is the longest stretch because the next expansion doesn't come out in February. The Witch Queen, not the King. Queen. Yeah, comes out in February, like a few days after Horizon, Forbidden West. So that should be a great week. But they're stretching out the season a lot longer than normal. So there's usually just some new content each week for the story, and right now it doesn't seem like I think that's a little bit on a pause right now, so not too much of story updates in the world of Destiny right now. I think the next event is going to be the 30th anniversary of like Bungie's got a 30th anniversary coming up, and let me see what that's called real quick. I should know this off the top of my head, but that starts soon. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm sure they're doing something for sure. Hot Wing Queen said congrats. I'm assuming they're talking about your house.
Oh yes, or that, or just playing more Destiny. Thank you for both if it's either one.
Either way.
Let's see. Yeah, Destiny 2 Bungie 30th anniversary pack release date. Looks like that will be starting on December 7th.
Okay.
So probably looking forward to that. There's going to be a new dungeon in Destiny. I'm excited. I love that. Dungeons are great because they're almost like raids in terms of like difficulty and loot, but you don't have to have 6 people to do a dungeon. It's like a small raid.
Okay, so it's like a mini raid.
Exactly, and you just need 3 people to do it. So might be a little easier for some people to get into to do the dungeons. What I'm most excited for, Kayla, they're bringing back a gun from the original D1 Destiny.
Ooh.
And it's the Galahorn exotic rocket launcher is returning, which it just brings back, it's very nostalgic for Destiny players, so because that was one of the big exotic weapons from Destiny 1. So they're bringing back that gun. It's a big rocket launcher. You should look it up. Looks cool.
D1.
D1 Destiny 1. New weapons inspired by past new weapons inspired by past Bungie worlds, which makes me think we could. Bungie is the creator of Halo, so I'm hoping that we get some like nods to Halo and Destiny. That'd be really cool. I don't know if there's ever been anything like that before. Nothing that I recall. A Thorn armor set, Bungie streetwear ornament set. So you got some Bungie streetwear that your Guardian can wear. Marathon themed cosmetics, unique helmet ornament, exotic sparrows that you can ride around on, an exotic ship that you can fly around in, and of course emblems, shaders, emotes, and more. So this is a 30th anniversary pack. The standalone DLC comes in at $24.99. If you're wanting to hop into that, but I got the bundle recently since I sold the house. I was like, finally, I can pre-order the Witch Queen and get the bundle, which includes the Bungie 30th anniversary pack. I think that was $99 for everything. So very excited.
That
to
is
play
exciting.
More
Lots of
Destiny.
Lots of new Destiny content.
So I have to add that to my calendar in December because I'm ready to get back into that.
I would love to watch you stream some of it, if possible.
Of course. Yes, I will definitely stream. I need to stream more of me playing Destiny because it is entertaining to watch. Especially if we do like a raid or something. I will figure out how to get that to work next time.
Yeah.
So yeah, just been playing Destiny. I am still chipping away at Guardians of the Galaxy, which is really like the writing in it's really good. I'm having a great time listening and talking to all the characters, all the Guardians, and it's just like, it's not like the best like gameplay, like how the gamey game part of the game. I just said game so much.
Gamey game.
The gamey game part of it's could use a little tweaking, but it's still fun to play, and it just reminds me so much of Mass Effect. Just walking around the ship and talking to what's his name, Rocket and Groot and all of the Gamora and what's his other name? I'm trying to remember all their names. Hold on. Drax, yes. You just walk around the ship, have conversations with them, and after you like leave the ship and like go on a mission, like you can pick up items in the world because it's semi-open world, it's very linear, but there are some areas you can explore in.
Okay.
Like the last time I played, they took a pit stop in this like dingy like market area where just people are selling stuff, gambling, and you play as help me out, Kayla, who's the main character.
Star-Lord?
Thank you, Star-Lord. You're playing as him, but you can walk around and like gamble and eat stuff, and also like you picked up this doll because Gamora in the game collects dolls, so like
Cute.
I can't wait to see what happens when you it's a little weird, but very entertaining. Her character is written really well. It's a little bit different from the movies, and I love it. I actually like it more than the movies, this Gamora in the game. But I hope at some point when I go back to the ship that maybe I give her this doll and she has there's like a dialogue option that you would not have unless you picked that item. So it reminds me a lot about Mass Effect, just walking around the ship and talking to all the characters. They always have something unique to say, a comment about a recent mission, and just how you're doing and the decisions you're making. The characters will tell you if they don't like the things you're doing.
That is always
really
nice.
good. It's a good game. It's a really good game. I was a little bit worried like going into it because there wasn't a lot of it showed off. Wasn't a lot of hype behind it, as I feel like for other games that are coming out this holiday. It might get overlooked by a few things, but if you definitely see it for sale after Thanksgiving, you should pick it up because it's well worth the $60 in my opinion. So
yeah,
good game.
I haven't heard too much about it, but also like a lot. It came out in October, right? A lot came out in October.
Yeah, no, like
a lot.
It's easy to get lost in that month.
Yeah,
there's so much stuff.
Awesome. So that's really all you've been working on right now?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
I picked up Doom for like 2 minutes last night, just playing around. I need to beat that. That's also like in my backlog of Doom. No pun intended.
Yeah, we'll have to. That might be next week.
That's not really a pun, but it's,
Right.
Doom,
yeah.
Backlog of Doom is in my.
There's a lot.
Doom is in my backlog of Doom. So, there we go.
I haven't even started that one. That's still on my list to start. That's not even a backlog. It's just a wish
to play.
But a wish.
A wish to play.
Okay. Yeah. So for me, I am I was playing right before we went live. Life is Strange True Colors is what I'm working on right now. And it is so good. I love it so much.
It's a good game.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So it's my first ever Life is Strange game, and I got a lot of advice from friends of the show to know, should I play the other ones first? I was kind of torn because, Life is Strange True Colors came out this year, and so I heard a lot about it. It seems exactly like the kind of game I would love. And so I was like, okay, do I want to go back and play the other ones first? And you had told me that they're not necessarily directly related, so I didn't have to play them first. And the reason I was kind of resistant to that is because I believe in the beginning of next year they're releasing remaster versions. Is that right? It's sometime in the next.
It got delayed because I think it was actually supposed to come out this month or last month.
Yeah,
shortly after the new game. So
yeah.
Oh, you got to play them. Yeah, they're not tied directly to each other, but the same the gameplay, the way that they're played is similar.
Hot Wing Queen said Steph with hard eyes.
Yeah, she's really good. She's a good character. All of the games have very good writing, so
yeah,
it's easy
I love
to get
Alex.
like sucked into it. She's awesome
in the least like cheesy way possible. Like I really relate to Alex because I don't know, like, and if you know nothing about this game, like you play as Alex, who is and this is without spoilers. I might mention some spoilers later, but I'll tell you right before I talk about it. This game is about, you follow Alex, who is a an adult who just got out of foster care. So I guess she's just like wait. Arkham Arrow just said, what are these sound effects? Do you hear sound effects?
If there's sound effects, I don't know what they are.
What? I'm watching her.
Oh, crap. There's a background video playing and it had audio, so sorry. Dang it.
Could you guys hear us? I guess you could, because people were responding to us. Is it gone now?
My bad. I saw that. It was hiding. So I got this little
sound effects have been going off randomly. Okay.
I found the source. I killed it. It shouldn't continue.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Could you guys hear what we were talking about? Are you aware?
Maybe it was like nice background music, you know?
That would actually not be a bad idea to play like it's a rip. Yeah, you guys sounded fine. Just a random sound effect goes off every once in a while.
Cool. We have our own elevator. We have we have our own elevator music, you know, or like theme song music. We just have to have it playing. I have to listen to it later to know what you guys were hearing.
Scrappy Pedigree said it was really loud and startling.
Just making sure people are awake when we're talking about games, you know.
It's so funny. I was literally about to get really deep for a second and talk about Life is Strange.
I got really nervous because like what's on my computer making sound, so I don't understand.
Yeah. It was like you said a key word and then the sound was like, here's a star for you. What? Guys, we have no idea I have no idea what the sound was even.
Luckily, Kayla, we're recording it, so it got it. So we'll be able to listen to it. I'll play it back for us later.
They said I thought I was dumb and just couldn't figure out why they were going off.
What?
I wonder how long, like, if no one had... So now it makes sense, because Hot Wing Queen earlier said love the sound effects, but I didn't understand
I thought, you know what, I just assumed it was, like, me. I'm like, I must have made a sound effect, because I do that often, and I don't know which one I did.
Yeah, I thought they were just talking about us making noises amongst ourselves. That's hilarious. Okay. Back to Life is Strange. So basically you're a like young adult just out of foster care, and Alex can see the emotions of other people. You can like see their aura, and like you can tap into other people's emotions, and so you can feel others' emotions, like physically feel them. So she's like a super empath basically. And I, in the past, not really in the past, in the present too, I also struggle with this. I really like others' emotions, like really seep into me, and I feel like I really feel other people's emotions. Obviously, it's not a superpower like hers, but
you never know. It might be.
A lot of people in my life told me that I would really like this game because they know that I'm kind of that way. So I really thought it was really cool, and I feel like I can really relate to her, so it's really interesting to me. And this game, just in general, like the gameplay is really cool. I love the kind of like choose your own adventure style that Life is Strange is, because again, this is my first time playing a game like that. Or, sorry, not a game like that, but like a Life is Strange game. So yeah, really, really enjoying it so far. I'm almost done. I'm on chapter 5. I'm watching kind of like the last piece. It's a beautiful game, like, and it's so like, just, I've never experienced a game like this where there's moments where you can just sit and like observe. And
yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah. And so a lot of time it's so like zen that like there's this point in the last chapter where you can just sit by the campfire and just like listen to like the sounds. The soundtrack is phenomenal.
It's so good. Like you just sort of want like at those moments where you can just sort of sit and observe. Like I'll like put the controller down and go do something in the kitchen so I can still like listen to the game but do something else.
I will say the first time that happened, I didn't realize that you could leave. And so I got like stuck and I didn't realize. Yeah. I thought
you just sat there forever.
Yeah. I thought it was like an extra long cutscene. But no, it's just like a moment, which is really
just to
cool.
chill and listen to music. Yeah.
I want to kind of maybe wait and give my full review when I'm completely done. But I will say there's some shocking moments.
Yo, there's I can't wait for you to play the other games.
Because
now.
Yeah. And then I know I'm lucky and well this game, I know they released it all at once, but I know the previous games they released it episodically, right? Where they would like break it up.
Yeah. This is the first Life is Strange game that the whole game is out. Like the previous games you'd have to wait months like for each chapter. So thank God they did it this way. I love this way more.
So Hot Wing Queen, which is kind of also the person who really like kind of inspired me because I heard him talk a lot about how much he likes these games, says this was one throughout the end where your choices really do matter. I feel like Life is Strange 2 and BTS, your choices at the beginning didn't really affect the ending that much. That was cool. Yeah.
BTS, so not the band. Before the Storm.
Yeah.
If anyone's wondering.
And so I really like that. I like when your choices affect the outcome. I like multiple endings. I like anything like that. So I'm excited to see and compare. That's why I would love to do a full spoiler review or something like that. To kind of compare.
Let's do it and compare our endings.
Yeah.
As well.
I kind of have purposely chose choices that I didn't think were very popular. To kind of see.
Really? Okay.
I chose, like, some things I'm like, okay, this is my choice, like, for sure, that, like, I want to make. But a couple of them where I was like, I feel like everyone would probably chose this one, so I'm going to choose the other one just to, like, see what happens. So we'll talk about that later. So I played that, and I'm almost done. And again, I definitely will be able to give my thoughts next episode because I will probably finish it tonight. Because I'm on the last episode, like I said. But I picked Apex back up also for the new season.
Nice.
Apex Season 11, which is Escape is what it's called. There's a new character, Ash, who is from Titanfall 2.
Okay, let me look this up.
Yeah, she was one of the big villains in Titanfall 2, which I was talking to my brother, who is probably one of the biggest Titanfall fans. We really liked playing it together. And he's kind of peeved because he's like, she's supposed to be dead. She died in the Titanfall game. Spoiler. But they like bring her back for Apex as one of the characters. I haven't actually played as her because every game I tried to play as her, someone else took her, which is sad.
Dang.
But she looks really cool if you look up a picture of her.
Yeah. Wow. She's like a robot.
She's a little robot lady. There's a new gun that's really nice. There's all new maps.
What's up with this rat on her sword? She has a rat. I think it's there because she spent some time in a bin after the main character kills her in Titanfall. It's a very good rat.
Yeah.
Someone had Am I spoiling everything?
No.
Okay. Sorry if you ever wanted to play Titanfall.
It's an old game. It's time.
Yeah, it's time if you're worried about that.
It's all right. But the new gun's really good. The new maps are really awesome. Apex does a great job with maps. I'm just gonna be honest, like they're really cool. So would really recommend getting on this season. I think it's great. I'm gonna play as much as I want to, but I've hopped on for a couple games here and there. That's really it. I really want to play really quick before we move into our news. I really want to play this new indie game on Switch called Unpacking Game. Have you seen this, Jerica?
No, I haven't seen it. What's it about?
So our friend of the show, Cody, who I'm not sure if he's on listening to us live, but me and him have actually been talking about it, but it's called Unpacking. It's on Switch. It's on Switch, Steam, Xbox, so you might have it on Games Pass, potentially. It's a Zen puzzle game about unpacking in life. Unpacking is a game about the familiar experience of pulling possessions out of boxes, fitting them into a new home. Part block fitting puzzle, part home decoration. You are invited to create a satisfying living space while learning clues about the life you're unpacking. So over the course of 8 house moves, you're given a chance to experience a sense of intimacy with a character you've never seen and a story you're never told. So I think it's really like cozy. And there's somewhat of like a little like learning aspect to it. It also is very accessible to there's a lot of settings that are friendly with people that have vision loss and like disability as well, which is really cool.
Neat.
Especially for an indie game. I thought that was really neat. And they detail like all the accessibility options that they have. It's really cute. And I haven't bought it yet, but it's on my list. I really wanted to finish Life is Strange before I started something else. But really cute. Late from Lunch said it is included in Games Pass. Have you tried it? Late from Lunch? Have you tried it? Let us know what you think. It's $20, I think, on Switch, because if you wanted to get it on Switch. But yeah, that's really all I have for easy mode. If we want to go ahead and move into our news, which apart from our main topic, which is Game Awards, I think there's not too much news, except, Jerica, guess what today is?
Today, I think, and I saw it earlier on Twitter, is the 1-year anniversary of the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, PlayStation 5 craze.
Woo!
1 year ago today, as we're recording. Wow, what a year, Jerica.
And people still can't get them, which makes me really sad.
It does make me really sad.
People are still buying them and selling them at ridiculous costs, just like sneakers. Like I said, it makes me sad. One of Audrey's friends actually mentioned that they had set aside money way before it came out to buy a PS5. They still have that money set aside because they cannot buy a PS5.
Wow, good for them. I would have spent that money a long time ago.
I know. Xboxes are just as hard to get too.
Yeah.
Hopefully going into the holiday they'll be more abundant, but not back to just the PlayStation celebration. We've had a great year with PlayStation. A lot of games.
Yeah.
Already.
I linked the PlayStation blog article, which kind of talks about like a little bit of a reflection. If you want to read it, it's a pretty good article. But one thing that I wanted to touch on that I thought was interesting is the most gameplay hours logged. Like what games had the most gameplay hours on PlayStation 5. Can you guess the number one, Jerica?
The most played game on the PS5? Mm-hmm. Probably Fortnite or Grand Theft Auto.
Fortnite, okay.
Yep. Yeah. That was my first choice, so I'm right. What do I win?
Yeah.
What do I win, Kayla?
So, my
what do
love
I win? Do I
and
get a prize? Okay. That's enough.
So, PS5 gamers have collectively played more than 4.6 billion hours of gameplay on PS5 and broadcast more than 26 million hours of content. Wow. That's a lot.
It's a lot of stuff.
So, here's a look at
I'm messing up something on the stream. Hold on. I'm just playing around.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to hide something because I'm trying to do something cool later. Okay, cool. Keep talking. I will make this work.
You're going to freak him out with the sound effects again, Jerica.
No, I'm not. I am going to spoil us a little bit with what I'm about to show because we're going to talk about it in a second.
Okay.
Let me find this to make sure people can see it.
Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, just keep
going.
Okay.
So top. Whoa. Top 10. So Fortnite, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. That was surprising to me. FIFA 21, NBA 2K21. Not surprised. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Jerica. It's kind of surprising too. Destiny 2 is on here. MLB The Show 21. Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Demon Souls. Jerica, I see that your Safari screen. Is this intentional?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to pull up something to share with whoever's watching. It's
Okay.
Mass Effect related.
Yeah.
And there's not a way for, obviously I'm not a professional streamer, okay? So we're gonna have I'm trying something new.
Okay.
So you just keep talking and I'll let you know when I'm ready.
Secrets.
Well, they've seen it, but you have not seen it, so it is a secret for you.
I think that I finished the list. Destiny 2's on here. I don't know if you heard me. And then Demon Souls and then 2K22 as well. So those are mostly sports games are on the top played on PS5. But yeah, that's celebration 1 year of PlayStation 5, everyone. That's really all I got.
Jerica! So glad we got them.
Jerica,
so I can play God of War and Horizon.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're just trying to ask me a question and I keep talking.
I was just going to ask you what you had to share with the class.
Oh, you sound like, I feel like I've interrupted the class. I did. Yes, I have something to show the class.
Raise your hand, Jerica.
So last Sunday, this past Sunday actually was N7 Day, which I'm always looking forward to because that's considered Mass Effect Day, November 7th. And every year there's something to be shared. Last year was sort of dry. We knew the Mass Effect Legendary Edition was coming. That was when it was officially announced that was getting remastered and coming out the next year, this year. So that was really cool. Did not expect too much for N7 Day this year, just because we'll talk about this later. But the Game Awards last year was pretty good, but something that came out of left field that left me crying and screaming was a Mass Effect trailer, which never in my life I would have expected it as early as we got it at the end of the Game Awards. They ended with that trailer. So it's just pretty wild that it's a real thing, but it's probably years off. So I'm trying not to get too in the weeds with it. I'm saying all this to say that this year for N7 Day, I didn't expect anything. I was like, cool, they gave us that trailer last year. That's enough. They haven't even really talked about Dragon Age, and that's supposed to come out before this. But we got a little bit of something on N7 Day, and I'm going to share that with the class now. Obviously, there's BioWare put all types of merch on the BioWare storefront. So if you want to buy Mass Effect stuff, they have plenty of it. Discounts and stuff for the whole week, for N7 week, and just some other things celebrating the community and anyone that likes to cosplay Mass Effect characters. I shared the picture when I was dressed up as Commander Shepard and went to our local brewery and had a beverage before we went to pick up Mass Effect Andromeda. That was
really
fun.
Cute.
So I shared that with BioWare. Maybe they'll share it later. I don't know. Regardless, they did give us something new with the new Mass Effect, and I'm going to share that now. Let's see if this works appropriately. It does. I don't know if you can actually see what I see. That is the wrong window, so hold on. Let me...
Uh-oh.
Oh, and luckily it's still safe for work stuff. It's close to what I need. Here we go. Let's try this. Hey, that's what I needed. So sharing this with the class looks like this is actually from the official Mass Effect Twitter page, and we got this new poster image from Mass Effect, whatever the next game. What they're saying right now is Mass Effect will continue. That's all we know.
Yeah.
Is that the title? Could be. I'm fine with it. Mass Effect will continue. That can be my game of the year right there. We don't know what this Mass Effect will be called. I don't think it's going to be called Mass Effect will continue.
Probably not.
I'm sure it's something else. I hope it's just Mass Effect 4. It's a continuation of the story. Man, I'd love if Shepard is in the game. That could be different for your playthrough. A lot of people don't want that. Majority of people don't want Shepard back, which is fine. But I'm just greedy and I want her back.
Yeah.
But everyone's freaking out about this poster because one, this you can see my cursor maybe, I don't know.
I can.
If you're looking at this, you can see a ship, and that's a brand new ship. And of course, everyone is like getting their binoculars on and zooming in.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Trying to see who these characters are. It does appear that there's a Krogan for sure in this little squad outside the brand new ship. That's a brand new ship. On some planet with a big crater thing. We don't know what's caused this crater. But what everyone's freaked out about is that the crater actually looks like a Geth, which is a character, a sentient race from the trilogy. Mm-hmm. No spoilers here for Mass Effect, but you may have some questions about why is the Geth important in this game. And you know what? I don't know either. We know nothing. We know nothing about
nothing,
this game.
Jon Snow.
No, nothing, Jon Snow. So, but regardless, I'm sure there's a lot of clues in this this art here. And I cannot wait to see what they do with the next Mass Effect. Like, it could go anywhere.
So you're excited.
Oh, yeah. You know, they had, one of the characters from the trilogy in that last trailer, and I'm just like, I still can't believe it. They're like bringing in some of the love from the original trilogy and probably blending it into some Andromeda stuff, because Andromeda wasn't bad. The story was there. It was a solid thing. It just wasn't cooked all the way when it came out.
Right.
So I hope they bring back some storylines from Andromeda as well, because there's some loose ends for sure for both storylines. Anywho,
I'm really excited for you.
Now. I'm gonna exit this shared
presentation. Thank you, Jerica. Thank you.
Anytime. It's what I do. It's what I do.
I'm really excited for you. I saw that and I was like, I still haven't picked up Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I want to. It's gonna take me a while to get through.
You know, I feel like you've had a birthday recently. Have you had something? Or is your birthday coming up?
July.
Dang.
It'll be a while. Christmas.
Well, hey, you might.
I'm sure it'll be on sale.
I'll be on the lookout for you.
Okay.
So, you got to play it. So good.
All right. Well, really the only thing left is, and this has been very popular in our specific friend group, we got an Elden Ring demo, correct?
Came out for some people. Obviously, you had to sign up for the opportunity to do a playtest with Elden Ring.
Okay.
I signed up on is it Bandai Namco? Thank you. Bandai Namco. Their website, trying to sign up for this thing, and it just looked really weird. And I was like, this isn't, did I do this right? I couldn't tell. The web form was just odd to me. I probably just gave all my information to some other site. Who knows? I tried to sign up, but obviously I haven't got any emails about it yet. So
I know one of our friends of the show got to play it. Kyle got to play it?
Yes. Yeah. And what's funny enough, another Kyle I know got to play it too.
Interesting.
So I think there's this weird thing with Kyle's being able to play Elden Ring, okay? It's weird. I only know 2 people have played Elden Ring, and they're both named Kyle. I don't think that's a coincidence.
That's really
weird.
Funny.
Something's up.
But I've heard great things so far, right?
Yeah, it seems like everyone loves it. Looks sort of difficult.
Yeah.
But I want to try it. I might dip my toes in this game.
See, I might have to hold off because I don't really love games that are super hard. I'm a little baby when it comes to stuff like that, so I just have to observe.
Goo goo gaga.
Yeah. All right. Well, that pretty much... Is there anything else we missed? Can you think of anything we missed?
I'm sure there's some things, but you know what?
Gaming news we care about.
That's it. That's what we care about this week, y'all.
Gaming news we care about. Or we might have forgot something. It is what it is, okay? We got a lot to discuss.
We'll pick it up. We'll get it next week. Or the week after.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. So
next episode.
All right. Expert mode, baby.
Let's get into it.
Let's go. Okay. Game Awards is December 9th, 7 p.m. Central Time.
Yes.
Very exciting. Lots to unpack here. What would we like to start with, Jerica? What do you think we should start with?
I'm going to start with the heavy hitters here.
Okay.
Some of I call these my crackpot theories because they're just really out there. And like, what is she thinking?
Let's hear it.
Is she on drugs? That's what, like, what is that what she's really going to think that's going to happen here?
I want to hear your crackpot theories. I know that we did have, Late from Lunch said JK Games Souls playthrough? Question
Yeah,
mark?
let's do it, Kayla. Let's try to play it. That would
Guys,
be the struggle fest of a century. And I know really entertaining to watch.
You don't want me to play that.
Kayla, you got this. You can do it.
I just
you play
get so
Apex all the time.
frustrated.
It's like the same thing, right? You're just
No!
like pew pew. It's a little different. Okay. Dang. Anywho, yeah, so I'm just gonna go out the gate. Out of the gate, I'm gonna say one of my predictions for the Game Awards this year, hosted by Jeff Keighley. And you know Jeff Keighley, big friend, and fan of Hideo Kojima. I've had a few drinks, so my slurs. Anyways, I believe that finally we'll be able to see what Kojima's working on next. I feel like this is the showcase where he will have a new trailer for a new game he's working on. Is it Death Stranding 2? Could be. We never know. But what my hopes and my dreams are is that he is working on the next Silent Hill game, like installment. They are finally letting him do that. Konami's worked out this deal. I don't know how deals work in laws. I'm not a lawyer. So like I hope they figure out a way. I'm not a lawyer, okay? So I really hope that they have figured out a way to let Kojima pick up where he left off with the Silent Hills game. As you know, the PT, the demo, the playable teaser, you might still have it on your PlayStation 4. So if you do, hold on to that PlayStation because you can't play that or download it anymore. Well, you can play it if you have it. One of the best little things I've ever played in my life. It was super creepy. And that's one of my games that I really wish didn't die. It died a little bit, and I really hope Hideo Kojima picks that game back up. That's how, if I ever get to meet him, I have a feeling that I'm going to butcher his name just like I did earlier, even though I've said it 50 million times.
Late from Lunch said Hideo Kojima is now canon.
So, when I go to Japan, I am going to try to get him. I'm going to try to meet him. So
you better
he can sign my baby pod. My BB pod.
You would be doing yourself a disservice if you do not find this man and have him sign your baby.
I'm like, please sign my baby. I'm standing outside the office and say, Hideo Kojima. I can't say it. Hideo Kojima, sign my baby. Hideo, sign my baby pod.
So that's one of your crackpot theories. That's not the first. I've heard other people mention it. So
I just don't think that's actually going to happen. He might show something. I still think he is working on something new, but I don't know if it's ready yet. So.
Okay.
But I'd love for it to be Silent Hill and it's shown off finally. That'd be great.
That would be really cool.
I would rip off my shirt, Kayla.
The skirt would be blown up.
Yeah, it would. All the way up to my face.
So there's that. Do you have any other crackpot theories, or do you want to take a theory from one of our friends?
I got one more.
Okay.
If we're just being ballsy out there.
Yep,
like,
let's go.
I know these are like predictions, but these are like hopes and dreams at this point.
Yeah, more like hopes and dreams.
What's realistic is not this. It's going to be something else. But I definitely think, we had a Mass Effect trailer last year. What's stopping them with another one? You know what? Why not? Why not show us something else from Mass Effect?
We did get that poster.
We did. So if they were holding off on anything, they're waiting for the Game Awards. So that's my hopes and dreams that like Silent Hill and Mass Effect get talked about in this show would be insane.
You might have
not going to happen, but
take some time off after to recover.
Luckily I have a few days in January, so maybe I can wait till then.
Yeah. So I saw
Did I even drink my drink? I think I picked it up and started talking and then put it back down.
There's a lot going on. So I know that Jeff Keighley did an interview with Epic Games. And he did say that this is going to be one of the, I think, and I quote, the biggest lineup yet, according to Jeff Keighley.
I'll believe it when I see it, Keighley.
He said 40 to 50 games to be featured.
Okay.
That's a lot.
To be featured, and we don't know. I read that article a little bit, but does it specify like if they're world premieres or like games we know about that are just being shown off in a new way?
There was a specification, and now I can't find it because the article is actually pretty long.
It's okay. We just know, hey, there's gonna be a lot of games there.
Yes, and he also said orchestra is going to be on stage. So there's going to be an orchestra.
Great. Beautiful.
And he did talk about next gen games definitely being shown off. So.
Ooh.
Okay. So your kind of like big baller suggestions are, you said Silent Hill and another.
Here's my real life.
Yeah, give us your real life.
Just keep going. Here's my real life prediction. So like the Silent Hill thing, big wish, big hope, could actually happen. I still think there's something Kojima related could happen at this show. There's always a possibility. I do think we get. I'm hoping BioWare. I'm going back to BioWare. It's different though, but I'm hoping we finally get to see maybe something with Dragon Age, because that's been cooking a long time. I feel like there's probably some issues with it because they showed the first trailer off for Dragon Age at the Game Awards. I feel like 2 or 3 years ago. That there's a new Dragon Age coming. So it's been a while since we've seen anything about this game, or there's been nothing shown since. So I'm hoping BioWare's got that cooking and like has like something like a new trailer or something to show off. I can see this could be where that gets shown off finally. If not, then it's still I guess they're still working on it. Who knows when that's coming out?
One of our listeners said Avatar: Frontier of Pandora, possibly.
Yeah, that. I feel like that debuted during E3 this year. I think.
Maybe. Can't remember.
Things are blending together. So
of course.
Yeah, I'd like to see more of that game for sure.
So do you have any other realistic predictions that you think are going to happen? And you could also always comment on some of the other like viewers.
I mean, it's about time we see Breath of the Wild, like more of that, right?
Yeah.
They've shown a little bit.
We got announced.
That game's got to be coming out next year. So maybe we see something new with Breath of the Wild 2. I would assume Xbox has a couple of games up their sleeve.
Ape Escape
that they're
Remaster.
Wanting to. I'm sure, like, I'm hoping that Hellblade actually.
Oh yeah.
That's been really quiet too. I know they were in early development when they showed off that awesome badass trailer 2 years ago, I think. So it'd be nice to see some gameplay for that, an update. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a couple Xbox surprises that we're not aware of that we'll get to see. And I wouldn't. My last thing, Kayla, I'll quit talking after this.
Oh, you're good. That's what we're here for.
I'm sure we'll see something with the new Horizon game, because that's coming out in February. Maybe we get a little new trailer gameplay snippet from Sony. Okay, I said that was the last thing. Oh, I forgot my biggest point. Should I stop, or should I come back to my points after? Okay. Kayla.
Yes.
The most important thing, other than Silent Hill being made by Kojima, would be that we finally get a teaser trailer for HBO's The Last of Us.
Yes, Jerica. I didn't even think about that.
Not gonna lie, wouldn't that be a hype thing to show off?
Okay, wait.
At this event. I know.
Yeah.
Because
they're
also
done, aren't
thinking
they?
about. They're not done. They're still working. I think they are done with episode 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, definitely episode 1, because I remember we talked about that.
I don't know how shows are made, but I know from reading things, like some stuff's done. Nothing's in order, so I don't know what snippets they have to be shown off. But I think it would be a really big possibility that we see that here. And maybe the announcement of they're working on the remake of the rumor is they're working on a remake of the first game. So I think it'd be really cool to see a trailer for the show, though. Please, please, please.
That would be really cool. I didn't even think about that. That would be a great way to like either open or end the show.
Hell yeah. Ugh. Bring it to me. Give it to me, Keely.
Arkham Arrow also mentioned Dying Light 2, which would be good. It got delayed.
It did. I think it was actually supposed to come out in December.
Yes.
It's been pushed a little bit, if I'm not mistaken.
I love Dying Light, so I would be down to see that for sure. That was on my pick for the Fantasy Game League, RIP. Definitely not winning that. We'll also do another episode probably on that at the end of the year.
Yeah, I did not win. I lost hard.
I definitely lost. Okay. So we have a couple of, I think maybe we wrap up the episode later with Game of the Year predictions, if we want to.
Yeah, for sure.
So our friend of the show, Oliver, who has been on a couple of episodes, one of his predictions is that we are getting, and I quote, this is a direct quote, we are getting a Metroid Prime 4 or Metroid Prime 1 remaster trailer. The new era of Metroid has begun.
Yep, he's not wrong. I think it's been a long time since we've seen anything from that. That went through like they redid a few things with that game too. It got into the weeds with development. So it'd be like nice to see an update from that.
Yeah. Did you play Metroid Dread?
No. I have not played that. I haven't got to it, but I hear it's great. Might win Game of the Year.
A lot of our friends have that as their pick, just as a spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, another one from Oliver, and this is I like this one. This is a possibility. Wouldn't it be crazy if they dropped a Persona 6 reveal with all the teasing they've been doing?
Stop. I forgot. Ugh. That'd be so good. Let's go.
Do you think that's realistic? Do you think they would?
Yeah,
have
absolutely.
They been teasing
It's been I don't know like if they're teasing that directly, but I know I've read rumors of like them mentioning things that could lead up to an announcement of a new game.
And then kind of continuation of that, our friend Cody from the show, who's been on our episodes before, also said he would love to hear what the Persona team is working on, either Persona 6 or a remake of Persona 3. Also think we will hear about what Blue Point has been working on.
Is it? I don't know what it could be. It's got to be something PlayStation related, obviously. Were they were officially, I remember we talked about that. They were officially acquired by PlayStation, so it would have to be like a remake of some PlayStation game.
Yes,
Or maybe they do their own new thing. Who knows? Like, are they just making remasters or remakes forever? Or are they going to do their own game? Who knows? Probably a remake. A lot of people are hoping for Metal Gear Solid, so that'd be dope too.
There's lots of possibilities. Yeah. It's going to be a lot. And of course we always do like a recap episode for sure. So we'll definitely do that. Let's go ahead and dive into, or do you have anything else as far as just announcements that you wanted to talk about?
That's announcements.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I hope. I'm sure there's going to be so many new games that we've never heard of, new IP, which I'm always excited for. Big studios trying something new would be awesome to see.
I hope we get some indie games. That would be nice.
Indie games, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so let's get into, some of you guys have sent in what you think Game of the Year is going to be. And I also just asked like what everyone's personal Game of the Year is. So not necessarily what you think is going to win the title, but what you would consider your personal Game of the Year, which I always like hearing these. So over on Twitter, we had some responses. The first one being from Cody, which is our friend on the show. And so he said his personal games of the year is between Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, which is a big contender, and Death's Door as well.
Death's Door, great game. Haven't gotten to beat it, but loved it.
And then we have a gentleman at Matt from RI who says, this is a quote from him, "It was a Destiny / backlog year for me," he said. Sounds similar.
He's by the way, he's one of our rating guy. He raids with us.
But Resident Evil Village was awesome, he said.
Good game.
And then we have at @_main quest who said waifu discovered too.
I don't know what that is. I need to look it up, but I can only imagine It's probably a great game, Kayla.
Oh,
we need to play it. I think you can play it on the Switch. I think I heard someone playing it on the Switch or something.
I looked it up. It looks interesting.
Great.
Really quick, before we keep going, Arkham Arrow, in regards to announcements, he mentioned wishful thinking, but need a new Sly Cooper or a remaster.
I feel like that's been teased a few times too. Like there's some nods to it that it could be a possibility. So,
all right, back rewind. At Austin Ernie said It Takes Two.
I forgot that came out this year. Was an incredible game. And is an incredible game.
We had another response from the Console Kids podcast, who also said It Takes Two as well. And then we actually had a submission from Chris Chambly, who said Sasquatch on Apple Arcade.
Great Apple Arcade game. I saw a kid playing that the other day, and I was like, that looks really fun. I need to
I've
download
actually
that.
never played it. I should download it.
I saw a kid playing it on an iPhone. I was like, I've seen that. I know what it is. That looks fun, actually, now that I'm seeing it.
And then some other responses from our friends of the show. We have Cody, who had mentioned Ratchet and Clank and Decidor, but he also mentioned that he hopes there's a good mixture of indie games. So one of his that he talked about when he was on our episode recently, he talked about Chicory, A Colorful Tale, which he thought was one of his games of the year. And then he also mentioned Metroid Dread, of course. And let's see, Metroid Dread again. Someone else said, hold on.
Very good chance that might get Game of the Year, for sure.
Well, Jerica, with that being said, what is your Game of the Year? Or what do you think, what is your personal Game of the Year, and what do you think is going to win Game of the Year?
I'm trying to think of all the games that I just really had a hard time putting down. Other than Destiny. That doesn't count.
I Googled some possible, and we're getting nominees soon.
Yeah.
But...
And we'll do another episode where we go through with once the nominees have been made, like we can go through and sort of like pick our favorites.
Yes.
Who we think will win.
But some of the big ones, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Deathloop, Monster Hunter Rise.
Deathloop much better than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's up there with, it's definitely in my top 5. I don't know where it ranks, but it's definitely in my top 5 games of the year.
Resident Evil Village. Returnal.
Well, I already have my picks, you know.
Okay. Go ahead, Jerica.
Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay. I am in, there is a tie right now. And what's sad is I've beat one, but I haven't beat the other. But one of them just made me feel a certain way that I haven't felt in a long time about a video game. And I was just like, it's not like mind-blowing or like revolutionary. It's just like I haven't played a game like this in so long. My game of the year is tied right now with 2 games. One, not the one I was just describing, but my first one is Resident Evil Village. I had such a great time with that game. It was so much fun to play and sneak around and discover secrets, and also get scared. But it was just a fun game to explore and like get around and like learn about like what's happening in this castle or whatever. So that's tied with I'll have to say, believe it or not, Psychonauts 2 would be my other nomination for Game of the Year. Just the one, like, I've just picked, I haven't beaten it yet. There's just a lot to play, and I'm gonna get to it, because I literally was like, I gotta beat Psychonauts finally. But as soon as I started playing that, I was like, oh my god, this is just reminding me about one of my, just like my favorite types of games to play, especially when I was younger. Just reinvented a little bit for like next gen consoles. So, and also very clever writing, not too cheesy, not too over the top, just enough funny. And just a fun game to sort of play around in and explore and get into stuff. So, Psychonauts, Resident Evil Village tied right now for Game of the Year.
Nice.
Runner up, I'm not gonna lie, is for me, it's gonna be Deathloop. So I had a really good time with Deathloop.
I'm surprised.
I didn't like the ending. I didn't like how it wrapped up.
Yeah.
But I love the idea and the thought that went into making that game, because it was more than I anticipated, a little deeper than I thought, and really addicting.
Okay. I'm really surprised Ratchet and Clank's not on there.
It's definitely one of, I know, isn't that surprising? And I think about that and I'm like, I'm really disappointed in myself. But they didn't really, okay, the game was phenomenal, also great writing, but didn't reinvent Ratchet and Clank at all. Like, it was just another Ratchet and Clank game, and I hate to sound like that. Gorgeous game, great game, everyone should play it. But I played the Ratchet and Clank remake from 3 years ago, and I felt like it was just more of that, and I didn't feel like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It was just more Ratchet and Clank that looked gorgeous on the PlayStation 5. And I love Rivet. She was my favorite character ever in a Ratchet and Clank game, so.
Nice. Okay.
Did Miles Morales come out this year?
It did not. It
was last year. I was like, shit, if that came out this year, then let me put that on my list too. I sort of had to think about it. I was like, oh.
Did you play I can't remember if you played the new Nier Replicant. Did you play that?
I didn't. I think Audrey might have played it.
I think did, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that
that's my picks.
I think that mine's a tie as well. And mine is a tie. It's hard to say it, but as of right now, I think mine is a tie between Resident Evil Village, which I really loved, and Life is Strange, even though I'm not quite finished.
I know Life is Strange is up there too. It's definitely it's made the list too. I might have just made my list already. So, what was it? Resident Evil is on there for both of us.
Psychonauts. You said.
Psychonauts. Life is Strange.
You had
Deathloop.
Yeah.
This is the Bud Light Platinum Seltzer talking
Sponsored
right now.
by. Oh shoot.
Ratchet and Clank.
At least you're not singing Disney songs like I am. I was, you know.
You never know. I'm almost done with this, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, right. Well, okay.
Those are good picks.
That is our, I haven't played a whole lot that's came out this year. I really wanted to get to Psychonauts soon. So that is what I want to play after I finish Life is Strange, which I'll probably finish tonight or tomorrow.
Oh, I can't wait.
So I will pick that up soon. Our friend of the show, Katie, she just finished that. So she's been encouraging me to try that as well. Got a frog in my throat.
She finished Psychonauts?
She did, yes.
Dang, I gotta get to it, Kayla.
Yeah.
That's what I'm playing next week.
Katie, if you're still in the chat, let everybody know what you think of Psychonauts. I know you told me you really liked it, but yeah. So that's lots of heavy hitters this year, Jerica.
We have a lot of games come out for the first year of the Xbox Series X, and I have to think like which series, the thing
and
that
then
looks
Far
like the
Cry,
refrigerator.
which I haven't. Wait, when's the cutoff?
It's like November something.
Okay, so a lot of heavy hitters will roll over to next year. So you got Halo Infinite, you got Battlefield,
yeah,
you got Vanguard. Will either probably roll over.
It might, yeah. That's it. I think, is that all that's coming out this year? I think so. Like, Halo's my last big game.
I think that's all the big ones coming out still.
Next year is going to be big, Kayla.
Yeah.
Next year is going to be insane.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully it doesn't get delayed any further, so we'll see.
Ooh. Okay, well, I think that wraps it up. Again, if you guys have anything else you want to add, feel free to message us on our social media. I love when you guys respond so we can discuss like we did today. We had a lot to talk about, a lot of y'all's opinions. Hopefully you guys will see this on our YouTube channel. We'll see. Who knows? We're just going with the flow. Thank you guys. Everyone who watched this,
flow, baby.
Everyone who watched this live, thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. If you're listening after, we appreciate you too. So we'll be back next episode with some more stuff for you guys. I don't know what I was planning on saying there, but I just feel like I went a loop.
I think it was the best ending. I'm so glad. You know what time it is, Kayla?
It is time.
You know what it's time to bring back those fun sound effects.
Yeah. Okay. Can you play it to where I can hear it?
I don't think so, but I don't know if they're playing now or not. but I turned it back on.
What is it? I can't. Hold on. Wait. No, if I turn that up, I won't be able to hear it.
Anyways, I'm gonna stop the recording, then I will play it for you.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Yeah.